Hello and welcome back to the second matchup of the day. As we're gonna have XGR Esports versus Skinlords. As we already mentioned before, this should be, I would say, a 2-0 for Skinlords, especially with the two stand-ins for XGR.
Yeah, XGR are playing with two stand-ins today, so obviously that should be an impact from their side coming in. The maps are going to be Train, and what was the second map?
Mirage, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so Train and Mirage, once again, maps Skinlords are both very familiar with. XGR were very comfortable with Train as well, I would dare to say.
They are.
In terms of Mirage, not entirely sure how they will play it. I feel like it's going to depend on how this matchup will go. So curious to see how it all plays out on Train here, and Mirage, once again, is going to be the finishing blow for either of the teams here. Skinlords, yes, on paper looking to take this 2-0. Curious to see will these two stand-ins once again will force XGR Sports to play a more mixed style here, as it can be very unforgiving on Train, just off the fact that you really need to commit in order to make any sort of trades possible.
Communication has to be there.
And once again, communication and information needs to be on point, otherwise it's just simply not going to happen. As it does look like that XGR Sports have actually won the knife round here. So they will be looking to stay most likely on CT side, and Skinlords are going to be starting as terrorists here.
So let's see how the first round goes. As we know, Skinlords, they like to play aggressive, and Train is the map that they can definitely show what they're made of, especially to kind of break XGR Esports before they move into Mirage, because I think that map is kind of open for both of the teams.
Yeah, both teams actually exchanging pleasantries here in all chat, saying have fun Estonia, have fun Latvia. As you can see, Skinlords have already posed themselves closer to this B bomb site, and there is actually Shocks, who we know is an impactful player for XGR's side, together with someone who is one of the stand-ins today, are going to be holding the B side here as the terrorists are gathering for a push, and it's just going to be a flash over, and the terrorist players will be trickling over into the top, and someone just at the wrong time changes his positioning here, doesn't manage to find the players here, and now finds one mid-air.
Okay, but that is kind of B-side cleared out. As you can see, Skinlords are now getting pretty aggressive with their push, as the players are cornered in kind of here, and who it is they're pushing. Captain, that is his position known, as he misses the timing to kill off Zila here, who's found the kill. At least only two players alive, and Husky, he still will remain alive. There's going to be Zila pushing forward, and with USPS you can do really a lot in short period of time, but Husky, he's going to get the kill. It's going to be 1-0 for Skinlords, but that was kind of lucky for them.
Yeah, I feel like if Husky would have gone down there, it was definitely a very unfavorable position for Skinlords to be in. Regardless, they did manage to find this first round. Super surprised, someone actually managing a nice mid-air headshot there on one of the terrorist players as he was falling down into the site now. And now Skinlords is just looking to spread out through the map just to make sure no push is going to be coming through. And you can see, actually, look at Ivy Zenki being boosted up onto this little tower here, looking to see over the smoke, and that's going to be Preldon on the other side there, expecting already some sort of shenanigans.
He
checking
should
every
have
single
awareness
corner
to check the upper, but he kind of waits, and he's still even checking it. You can see the plan is going to take him down. How good is that entry there in Ivy? There's going to be only 3 CT players left alive.
Yeah, and you can see Zila now peeking from one side into Ivy, and someone has actually rotated it to help him out, as there is going to be 3 terrorist players there. Preldon once again checking every single corner with the Galil, doing massive work here. Zila now missing the shots, and Elvis will find Knight here, and that is going to be 2-0. So these pistols didn't really favor...
No,
didn't do anything for XGR.
Yeah, I thought definitely Shocks with the CZ could do a lot more in the drop zone. We saw how little it was utilized by Skinlords.
Exactly. As now you can see, once again, Skinlords have purchased up. There are 2 Galils on their side here, and once again looking to see if any pushes are going to be coming out from XGR Esports, who have just decided to go for a good old 5-man stack on A. Preldon once again checking every corner in Ivy here, is not going to be finding, will not find any players just now.
And weird rotation comes through from XGR.
So they decide to opt in for the timing play, and have decided that they're going to gamble this one and actually put all their eggs in basket for bomb side B, as now Husky checking through T main here. Doesn't manage to find any players just yet, just making sure nobody's going to be pushing in now, as the bomb is actually still towards Team Middle.
And Zila just misses the timing. As well as you mentioned, yes, yet to be picked up, but the rotation will still come through from the CTs. Will be kind of late, so it could throw Skinlords off.
An interesting rotation as 3 CTs are going to be posing themselves on CT stairs here, and the captain will lose his life to Zenki, and Raw still waiting for a B flank in Popdog.
See Proden even trying to peek out. He's going to see a player. Has to be careful because there can be 2 players peeking out. The grenade will do almost no damage as Elvis takes down Knight, and here Proden still trying to battle this one out. But this just feels crazy. Let's see if Zenki can say anything about it, but Proden still is going to win this duel with 13 HP. He survives and gets back safely. Shocks now, whatever place he goes, he's going to be spotted. He sees Elvis, he's looking for that headshot. He can't find it. There's going to be a second kill for him in the 3rd round for Skinlords. But let's see, what can XGR put up in the buy round? As I thought they would definitely save for that AWP early on, because I feel like that is one of the ways that you can get back into the game.
Yeah, definitely, but they decide to opt in for rifles, so I'm expecting to see aggression, at least to some degree, coming out from them, perhaps more forward positions in middle, as you don't want these terrorists to trickle out into the site. Once again, Proden will be heading towards Ivy here, just is expecting the flash to come through, but no flashes just yet, as he will be checking that same spot before they're knowing that that is definitely a possibility now. And Zila taking some damage from the nades here in Ivy. That was being delivered by Captain there.
You can see, like Skinlord, they're checking every single position. Husky here waiting near the smoke. Can he find the players closest? You can see one, but Shock still managed to get the kill.
And Zenki instantly pushing into T-main here, gathering a lot of information. Does he dare to push further? Doesn't look like so far, and he doesn't know where the bomb is just yet. Let's look at Preldon and Captain now. There is a single CT player just behind the smoke there, and Preldon trying to be boosted up here will find Shocks eventually, and turns around and finds Zila in smoke.
They're both really low. After that exchange, that allows Zenki to get 1 kill and even tag up Captain as well. So now only 2 players remain on both sides as Rav finds Knight. And that leaves only Sam and the stand-in for HGR to make this right for his team. And I believe he can potentially do this because he won't be expected here. And he gets both. Oh my god.
What is this round?
I have no idea.
I feel like, first of all, I felt it was just done at the point Preldon found those 2 kills there, and instantly someone brought it back with the positioning, and nobody was checking behind. Of course, one of the players was planning the bomb, but still an interesting situation to be in, as now it is going to be 3-1. XGR Sports have managed to secure at least 1 round for them. Only 1 player survived though, so economically that was still a very expensive round for them. They would have hoped to at least have at least 1 more player, I would say it. As currently, you can see Skinlords are still playing a bit of a default game here.
The same play I believe they've done for the past few rounds.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's definitely not bad here as they clear out every single angle. But as I say it, Zila just through the smoke finds Captain. So Admin forgot to turn on smokes on this server. As Elvis will take down Shocks here. So it is a 4 versus 4 situation. Elvis left on low HP in Popdog. He's going to be smoked off, and he will retrieve back into these B apartments. As now Husky looking to see if any of the CTs will dare to push through this smoke to gather information, and it looks like it will eventually be a bomb hit, B-bomb side hit, as the bomb is being carried over there. And Zenki has pushed into T-main here, gathering a lot of information for his team, and actually Knight has fallen back towards the connector area just to make sure nobody's going to be running out of Popdog, as someone only passively checking from stairs here, so really not looking to land any kills, just wants to get information about what's happening.
He basically won't allow to get kill on himself as well with this kind of movement, as Skinlords will move in. This is going to be B hit, so let's see if someone in Knight has anything to say about it. As Knight pushes out, he's going to see Rav, so there's 1 kill. Someone now even gets Prelude, that leaves only 2 terrorist players alive. This is already a disaster.
Exactly, not a lot of time left on the clock here, as Elvis is still on low HP, will be flashing up high, looking to see if he can spot the players. Does see both of them, managed to deal some damage, but will be taken down, and everything on Husky now, as he will find Zenki already, but he's being pushed from many sides as he needs to find a more favorable angle for him.
He's looking for it, but he's going to get pushed from both sides. One side from Viscao, the other side Zila, who takes the kill there in the end. gets the AKs for his teammates, and it's going to be 2-3. As from the buy round, XGR Esports are looking a lot better. So the first 3 rounds could have been just a fluke for them.
Exactly. So perhaps it was just an economic situation that Skinlords were obviously able to take advantage of. As currently it is already 2-3, still in favor of Skinlords, and the AVP comes out for Preledin, and they're looking to turn this one around in a quick fashion, as Preledin still is going to be heading toward that Ivy position.
They all the time do the same. Husky in middle, Captain with Preledin towards Ivy, and then 2 players in apartments trying to check out if anyone pushes. They can get any kind of information. The same thing all the time.
Well, Ivy is a crucial position to gain control over, or at least to get an entry in. Is obviously brings in a lot of attention for the terrorist team, but never mind that, as Shox will have found Husky here in Team main, and I don't know if he spotted the bomb as he was crossing over there, but he's just waiting for trades right now. And the pressure is on for Preledin and Captain to find the hill. As I said, Captain will find Zila here. Instantly, Smoke goes out and a flash, which forces Zenki to go fall back into a hell position here. And will they try the same boost again? Oh, they decide to opt in for checking the CT stairs.
This looks really scary because when Rav picks up the bomb, he has to kill off Shox. And if Shox gets the kill, and you can see the time is slowly running out. Although Skinlords, they are getting kills. This could be really difficult in the end.
Yeah, Rob is not going to be pushing in just yet, as he managed to retrieve the bomb, and he's going to be finding Shox in a very clean fashion here. Only Knight remaining with the Molotov and HE in hand. He will be smoked off, and if he manages to get the timing right, he can push through, but never mind, as Preledin once again will eliminate him, and that is going to be 2-4. Props to them of turning the tides. And Shox did find the initial kill there. Couldn't really play off further from it. I feel like another CT should have approached that position to just make sure they can clear it together and then decide what they're going to do.
That is an important position as well. And they didn't have any kind of information about the bomb. And Skinlords almost all the time dropped the bomb there. But you can see Elvis has already found one. But as we can see, Zila pushing forward from the Pop Dog takes down Zila. So a quick move around here as he's going to take down Zenki as well. Now he has to find a player in the upper as he kind of evades the bullets for now, but Shox even managed to get 1 kill, but I don't know if he can get more. 46 HP, the grenades coming through, and the grenades will kill him all, but he still found 2 kills there with the USPS.
Yes, very impressive stuff coming out from him, as now Husky will have retrieved the AVP, and that will be passed on once again to Preledin, most likely as...
Or no, this time it looks like it's going to be Captain.
Yeah, well, Captain has a relatively decent spawn here to go for a peek into middle, and I feel like he's going to be taking advantage of it. And that's something definitely hasn't been done before in these rounds now. As the shot comes through, and Knight will go down, and that is an instant advantage for the terrorist team here, as it is already 5-2, and they really want to have more rounds than this.
Zila did not get the peek in as he was flashed off, gets tagged up, and now the rush coming through the Ivy. Let's see if Zila can do anything about it. He's going to look for the tag in the player, but he can't find it. As only 2 players remain, and someone goes down. Only Shox remaining, but we know what this guy can do as he takes down Husky, but instantly Captain coming out from the teammate.
An extremely good call coming out there for pushing the Ivy and finding the player with the scout. Actually, Zenki, I think, was found in the process there as well. So really plays out in favor of Skinlords as they managed to retrieve already 6 rounds. I feel like XGR Sports should really at least take the time to talk about what's happening in this round and not really pay too much attention, as obviously pistols are extremely hard to win over here, or at least take a timeout because they need a breather so far.
You can see Skinlords have switched things up in the past 1 round and now in this round as well.
And Knight pushing in here. Will he find Husky as he does strafe out at the right time, and Husky will take down Knight, and that is going to be a man advantage in favor of Skinlords once again.
Let's see, we saw before that pistols did some damage. Well, okay, that was Shox with the pistols doing damage. But at this stage, you can see the money as well for Skinlords just so good that they are okay even losing few players in the process.
Yeah, and someone here once again on this ladder position in B site looking to check for anything that might be coming through, but that's definitely not the case with Skinlords, as they are still just holding, making sure no other pushes are coming in, and now they seem like they're gathering for an A push, and it's going to be a lot on Shox's shoulders here. Can he do anything with the USP as he manages to land a dink onto Captain, but Captain will take him out, and Ra will find Zenki here as only Zila and someone are left And that is going to be someone with a deagle here, looking to see if he can find the rifle.
They're actually Paladin
pushing through the smoke with the AVP and Raw there to back him up, and instantly disposes of someone in that situation. Already 7 rounds on the T side in train here, and it's
looking strong for Skinlords.
Looking strong, first of all, and second, just the fact that you've gained already 7 rounds. That is definitely something that you should be feeling comfortable with. But let's see if the situation can change, as Shox has picked up the AVP here, and I feel like that's the first time we've seen him with the AVP in this match today. He will be looking to peek into T main here, but will not find anything just yet. There's no actually nades and no real presence in Ivy now. Just now, Preladin looking to shoulder and find the player here. Actually doesn't get taken down, only gets a leg shot, and does deploy the nade there. And Captain finding Knight with the AVP now, as a lot of pressure onto Shox here to trade in favor of XGR here, but he won't find anyone just yet.
As you can see, it looks like the bomb slowly going towards the B site as they want to switch things up. But as that is happening, you can see CT is gathering a lot of information towards the A main. They haven't pushed into Pop Dog just yet, because that is a pretty good position to catch out the rotations, to hear any kind of sound cues.
Yeah, and Zenki, I mean, this is not the first time this is happening when they're pushing into T main and find no one there, and that is a lot of information. As I say, at B side is being taken currently, and Captain has already found a Zila here, and someone will be taken down by Elvis, and now only Zenki and Shox remaining, and Shox is really interested to save this AVP as well as Zenki needs that M4 for the next following round. Is currently, so far, Skinlords looking very, very solid. Preladin delivering 13 kills already in this half so far, and the remaining team is not far behind.
On the other side, we see Knights one more time, kind of lacking, only 2 kills, but they haven't had too much luck with the frags. You can see when Skinlords move into sight, it's basically a bloodbath at that stage. So XGR Esports, they have to think about the anti-strats, like the grenades and everything else, how to stop Skinlords.
A lot of engagement seem to be going Skinlord's way, even in situations where it shouldn't be in theory. So I feel like XGR Sports, they don't really feel that comfortable at this stage.
Yeah, that could be the case, especially after that many round losses and that kind of confident play from Skinlords. They should feel a bit out of place. Let's see. Hopefully they're going to do it not like this, when they just get back into the game, no fear.
Exactly.
And can show Latvians what can they do.
Exactly, as now Zila will be pushing into Pop Dog here with the CZ up close, just checking if nobody has dropped down, as Zenki now spraying in that smoke furiously, hoping to find any sort of free kill they can gain. Is also Knight there to back them up, so they've really taken an upfront approach. Husky once again making sure to wait for this smoke to deplete.
No way, Shox, he switched out the weapon and he kind of got stuck there, and he got shut down by Preladin almost instantly. Very unlucky there from Shox, as that was the op. And now dropped down. Knight is looking to get it out, but as he wants to go for it, there is Preladin and the Captain both getting the kills. Only Zila with Saman are alive. Only Saman now with the Deagle, but there's going to be 5 players in the site. And this does not look good. They can't even get any kind of damage in. Let's see, Saman here, he misses the shot.
I feel like the crosshair placement was there, but unfortunately the shot just didn't land. And also Ra and Elvis in the middle of everything did manage to do a double drop in drop zone and found a free kill there as well. So even in those situations, they don't look like, the Skinlords don't look like they're going to be rushing in anything, not overthinking it, and it is going to be 9-2 in their favor as a double op setup comes out from XGR Sports. Knight and Zenki on the AVP. Curious to see what Zenki can do with it, as we haven't seen this player before too much.
And now let's see, it's more so looks like a B push from Skinlords. We don't see those too often, at least in this matchup.
Someone hasn't seen a lot of action here, and he's actually going to be nading. The nade does a lot of damage there, leaving 2 players on 50 HP and removes 20 from Raw here as well. As you can see, the push is coming through any second now.
And
the flashes are...
You can see how low Skinlords are, and he even burns one down. This could definitely be around for XGR if they get the timings right, but Elvis, as he pushed forward, finds one Knight with the op kill onto Preladin. That leaves only 3 Skinlords alive. As we can see, at least Husky is now... no, that's not Husky. That is Captain in the upper, so he can Molotov the bomb if needed. Elvis waiting for the push through. He's going to see the player a mile away. He's going to get them both. Only 2 ops remaining on the side as Zenki is going to find the kill. As you can see, there is Captain with the op to take him down, and now Knight pushing forward, but he doesn't have too much information. And with that smoke deployed, let's see, he's going to find Husky even, but you can see the time was still there. He could have gone for it, but as I mentioned before, the Molotov was there for Captain.
Yeah, the Molotov was there for Captain, and Knight didn't want to risk of losing this AVP and at least having some sort of chance of bringing his team back into it. They did bring it down to a very close 1 versus 1 situation, and a very good shot onto Husky there, coming out from Knight, faking out the stairs and jumping instantly down from them. I believe it was even a headshot that he landed eventually there. So 2-10 in favor of Skinlords. I remind you that Skinlords are considered to be on the unfavorable side on this map, which is the terrorist side. Yes. As once again, they will be running as a group towards B here, and Knight with the AVP peeking can find a lot of damage here, but actually doesn't find anyone, as Husky will take down someone, and Knight still on the B upper here, looking to do damage, will be taken down by Prelden eventually as the rotation is coming through now. Molotov in connector doesn't allow other players to trickle through. Zila will be found, and Shox will have actually found Prelden there, managed to retrieve an AWP for himself and looking to see if he can do anything as he's going to be flashing himself through and manages to find Hill on the Captain here and the flick onto Elvis.
My God, can Husky now close this one out as Shox has they already done so much, but Husky, he's gonna get them both. They had no information, but that was so close, and what a play by Shox.
Wow, Shox looked like he was really ready to take this one. Unfortunately, Husky for him was nowhere to be found, and Husky even bringing it back afterwards in a very close clutch situation there, as it could have gone either way in that moment. And once again, we'll be going in favor of Skinlords, and you look at this, there's 3 AVPs on XGR.
Yeah, let's see if they can utilize that one, because I believe with the playstyle that Skinlords are now practicing, it's going to be pretty tough, but they have found Husky. So let's see if Zenki can find a player here, as he's going to find Preliden. Okay, I take my words back. They can utilize it really well against this playstyle that Skinlords are putting up against them.
Yeah, well, if 2 don't work, 3 do, and that is exactly the case, as also someone can control B side relatively with ease with this AVP, keeping his distance and not being able to push, not being a threat to be pushed down, as now Zila will have found Captain here, and Raw will go down to someone, and only Elvis remaining here, and can I say it?
You can say it.
Elvis has left the building.
Thank you very much for saying that, but we're going to jump into the last round of the first half. We saw this was very weird round there from XGR, as they, with the ops, they just took down every single player from Skinlords very soon, not even entering the sites.
They managed to find every single engagement, and that every engagement went their way, and that was exactly what they needed in this round. So they still find some glimmer of hope here, as it is still 3-2-11 here, and now Zenki with the initiative once again will find Prelden towards B, and that is going to be the remaining of the team slightly slowed down, as they're unsure if he will be repeating or no. Little do they know that he's already on his way back.
Where was this confidence before from XGR? Because they're feeling so confident now with those aggressive pushes and the fast peaks.
I'll reply to that question in a second here, as I feel like a push is imminent, and that is exactly the case as the flashes are coming through now, and a Molotov will be deployed. Actually, Zenki misses the Molotov, Molotoving himself off now. Will find the player through the flames, and that is going to be Raw going down, and Husky already will find Knight.
As now he's close range to find one more player, but it's going to be Zila who checks that angle. It's going to be only Captain with the Elvis G now left. As they're pushing on forward, let's see if Captain do anything about it. With 11 HP, he's going to get taken down. It's going to be 4 rounds.
11-4. You see, when you're in a situation as a team where you feel like, okay, we're really starting to lose this one, you start to become more reckless. But with recklessness also comes confidence in certain situations, and that is exactly what was going on there. They felt like, well, whatever, if I can't land a shot, they already bought 3 AVPs. So they were like, we might as well find the kills, and that is exactly what was happening there. And perhaps also from Skinlord's side, they started to feel slightly too comfortable in that round.
I think they did, because like all the time they were using the same kind of setup.
Yeah.
And I feel in that kind of setup it gets kind of, the routine and everything else. I feel like the players can fall off in that kind of situation.
if every single round something is being done exactly the same way and everything still goes your way, it's very easy for you to relax. As now, definitely can't say that about Prelden, who has managed to find himself an engagement here towards middle. Actually gets the player in all-off position, but Zila will help take him down with the Deagle as the terrorists are looking to push into this A side here. And now a bit of a battle going on in Ivy here. Zila will take down Elvis as Captain inside will look to find Shocks and manage to get him just in the right time as Raw just saving his teammates' life from the back lines there. And will dispose of 2 XGR Sports players, leaving only someone to stand in who can try to do something, but as I say, Husky will shut him down.
Yeah, terrorists, they were not hitting the shots at all. Zila almost the only one with the Deagle doing the work. So it was kind of already doomed there as the aggression. You almost all the time see at least 3 players going in from the same direction. And you just did not feel it from XGR this time. It feels like they were just so ripped apart in the side by themselves.
Exactly, and now you can see the aggression from Elvis is going to be coming out with this shotgun. As actually, as I said, he slows down and will be deploying a late smoke here towards B. As terrorists once again looking to do some sort of damage with these pistols here, and hopefully will manage to find a round, as now Elvis will have spotted Shocks there, and Shocks actually pushing up relatively close. Little does he know what weapon Elvis is carrying at this moment.
I feel like that was just to bait out the weapon, but here Prelden in a pretty good position to shut down Zila, to shut down Knight as well. Unluckily for him, that was not the bomb that he spotted when there was 2 players rotating away from the Ivy, so they should have the information now, especially when Elvis gets the kill on Sam, and only 2 players remaining, one in the Pop Dog, and he already has gotten spotted. Raf kills him off, and Shocks with the Deagle. He's not hitting the shots.
He was on the stairs there, so perhaps just in between the 2 steps and shifting up and down, that's definitely not helping when you're shooting with the Deagle. Regardless, 13-4 so far, looking very convincing for Skinlords. And going into their favor, as once again XGR Esports will be on eco this round, so they will not purchasing any weapons. A few Glocks on their team and a few P250s. Is actually look at Prelden here, decides to go extremely aggressive and going to be backstabbing now, as he will already find 1 player. He must manage to find the second and the third and the fourth.
What was that? It felt like he knew where every single player was put down, like every single player where they were placed.
Yeah, Prelden always has these moments where he just, I feel like he switches on to the max in 1 round and just instantly wipes the whole team, as it looks like it's nothing for them. Anyhow, that was the eco round though, so not a lot of damage can be returned with Glocks. Let's see what they can do with AKs, as it is going to be 14-4 as we're heading into our that is the 19th round now, and Prelden peeking into T-Main will find both players here, and that is an instant 5 versus 3 situation in favoring Skinlords, once again shutting down XGR Sports very nice and early, giving a lot of time for the terrorist players to be nervous about where the CTs could be, and once again using these positional play to their utmost advantage.
And Rav only tags Zenki, but he has the information about that there's a player there, but there's going to be Prelden and Captain with 1 more kill. And now only Zenki remains. It's pretty tough to say anything at this stage, as Skinlords are looking way more than on just on the roll.
Yeah, exactly. They're looking to shut it down and close it really fast. They don't want to give any chances for XGR Sports to come back into this. As we mentioned before, actually off that Malco match, now even more than ever, Skinlords need a 2-0.
Yeah, definitely, because now they can more easily secure that spot. There's going to be less players fighting for that spot, as Skinlords, they've managed to get that 15th round. Now they're looking only 1 round away to get the first map under the board and then go to Mirage.
Exactly, as now we're going to be heading what could potentially be the last round of this match. As you can see, terrorist players, XGR Sports, forcing up everything they can. There's a Scout, Galil, Deagle, CZ, and a UMP on someone as well at the very end there. And once again, Skinlord looking to be very aggressive here towards T-Main and looking to find any players. As Prelden will be peeking over here, and as I say it, Zenki and Shocks both find a player there and instantly giving the man advantage for their own team, as Raw will find Zila there, but Shocks finding Captain, and it is a 4 versus 2 situation. Only Husky and Raw remaining here, and my god, look at the position from Shocks here, as he can find Husky He seems to be expecting it.
But Zenki's taking down Rav, and there's going to be kill from the Sharks. 5-15. And in this round, we did see that Skinlords were not expecting a fast push out, or at least that kind of aggression that early on. They thought that they have put XGR in their place.
Yeah, they didn't really expect that XGR Esports are actually going to be trying to play so fast in comparison to other rounds they have, and they felt like they're going to be able to get these free kills once again, and that was definitely not the case, as Elvis was the first to go down, and then instantly Preloden went down, as well as now Shocks instantly dropping down in Pogdog, making sure that nobody has pushed up close towards Electro. He will be eventually smoked off now, and someone finding Husky, and that is a crucial kill to have, as the Ivy position will now be definitely looked after a lot more by the CTs, and Preloden looking to peek into main, but Zenki will find him. And what is happening here, as now Raw should make contact with Zila at any second.
If Zila decides to push through, because he can easily wait for his teammates to make the move, and he can just patiently wait here. As they are going to push into this site, Zila pushes out, he's going to see Ram, he's going to take him down. Only Elvis with Captain remaining, but as I say that, they both go down. And 6-15, XGR one more time, a bit late to the party, as Skinlords already have 15 rounds.
Yeah, so Skinlords do have 15 rounds, so they have a lot of room for error here. They can allow themselves to do like a good amount of ecos if required. They're obviously going to be playing it smart.
But the round difference, the last week, the round difference. Exactly. Are they not thinking about that? Because that can definitely play in the factor here.
That is also one of the reasons why Skinlords were looking to close this one early off, as now Shocks will have found Captain towards the Electro here.
And Ravit the Deagle not shining as always, as Zenki takes him down from team main. Now they have some kind of information. Let's see if Husky reacts fast enough to take down Zila, but Zila instantly with the shot in the head as he moves through, and Preloden burns down. And only Elvis remaining. And one more thing that I was just reminded, that XGR, they like to win or be more active on the second map. Yeah. The first map always feels for them like kind of a warm-up.
Well, if it is even a close map here, and if they manage to bring it back close enough, I feel like they definitely have a chance of fighting Skinlords on Mirage, as we've seen it before. Mirage for Skinlords, while they personally think they know how to play it, I'm going to go that way, and I'm going to say that they don't, as they don't know what to do in certain situations, and they refuse to change that fashion. So once again, if they start off nice and well, happy days, they usually take Mirage. But as soon as like 3-4 rounds they lose in a row, that's not happening for them. Back into this match now, though, Shocks finds Captain once again, and giving his team another man advantage very early on in the game.
So now Preloden slowly trying to lurk towards that A main position, or at least close enough for him not to get spotted, as he takes down Shocks. That is a key player down for XGR Esports. Now let's see if they can play without him, as Zenki still to find Preloden, and Preloden gets Knight, who was there playing from the drop zone, from the Pop Dog.
Yeah, so Preloden currently single-handedly turning it back for his team. As I say, it will find Zenki now, and Zila will go down. Only someone remaining here, and that is the stand-in. Will find Husky, and does... As I say, it thought he's going to be finding Preloden, but the match will be closed down, and the train will be won by Skinlords here.
16-7, a scoreline that we kind of could have predicted. At the end there, XGR showing the signs of life, Shocks coming back to life, getting that entry frags that seemed really scary for Skinlords, and they could not deal with it. Do you think, we already talked a bit about Mirage, but do you think if XGR are activated, especially like Shocks, that kind of player, do you think he can disrupt single-handedly Skinlord's team?
If his AVP game is on point, yes. If he's only super active with the rifles and finds success only there, I feel like he will inevitably be shut down. But in general, as I said, playing against Skinlords, if you can play off really good at the start of the match, and especially if you're on the T side and manage to get a successful start and manage to win the first buy round, that's the moment where they're in trouble, because those are usually the situations where they start to tilt, crumble, and all sorts of happening.
Yeah,
and
that can happen.
Obviously, that can still happen. XGR Sports now have managed to win only 7 rounds on train. But those rounds were in a very convincing fashion, so I don't feel like they should feel bad about it, because they had 2 substitute players here. And so just curious to see what's going to happen on Mirage.
Yeah, we're going to see that after a small break. Remember about the giveaway that's going to happen after Mirage. You can win a 2-day ticket to the Hypertown Riga Festival. So be sure to check that one out. But for now, a small commercial break.
You spray, you trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
Hello and welcome back to the last match of the day, and we're going to see Skinlords against XGR Esports on Mirage. We saw before training very quickly, 16-7, Skinlord managed to get the victory there.
Yeah, exactly, and it seems that the players are very eager to start this match as everyone quickly has joined the server and they really want to continue on this same vibes, don't want to cool down in between matches and definitely want to close the second one out. And now, as well as I did mention before, I still feel like it's going to be slightly dependent on how well XGR start off in this match, as we are commencing the knives as we speak at this very moment, and it so far seems to be favoring Skinlords, and as I say, they are being taken down and will be taken down eventually by XGR Sports, and that is going to be XGR Sports swapping to the CT side here, and Skinlords will be starting on the T side.
I'm guessing the T side should be okay as well. As on train, they were just superior in almost every single way. Not at the end of the half there when they went 11-4, where they could have gone even 13-2 or 14-1 as they lost a few crucial rounds. But let's see if here on T side they'll be as active as before. As XGR is ready as well, so they had hit the B side. It's going to be only Shocks there. Well, let's see if Shocks can get 5 USPS headshots here.
Curious to see how their reaction is going to be as Decoy is deployed there and they're just looking to group up and jump out as a single unit. That's exactly what's going to be happening as Shocks instantly is falling back here. Zila already on the rotation. Someone doesn't manage to find anyone here. The Molotov preventing him from pushing into the site, and that is a free bomb plant. And terrorists are already taking after plant positions as 3 players from XGR Sports are going to be coming from CT stairs. In the meantime, Zila managed to find Elvis in jungle and still doing damage onto Captain here. Preldon really can't do much without giving away his positioning. He definitely doesn't want to do so, as Captain will take out Knight and will be taken out by Zila.
But the bomb is being defused and only Preldon is remaining. The bomb is going to be defused. He can't get the shots in. He's looking for the kill. He's looking not to go down, but he's going to go down. XGR, they take the first round.
And that's a tilter. I'm going to instantly call that a tilter, as too much time was being spent by both Captain and Preldon in jungle there. They couldn't help their teammates in sight, and obviously the 3 CTs pushing from CT stairs managed to retake the site basically only by being the 3 of them there, as now Shocks will find Raw. And that is going to be once again a man advantage early on in favor of XGR Sports, as now Preldon here close into connector. Will he find the correct angle? He won't, as someone was there to help out with the MP9 and instantly falls back to check apartments here, as Captain now taking damage in middle with the Deagle. Doesn't manage to find too much here, and so far looks to be all good from XGR Sports.
So let's see now if Skinlords can get any kind of kills here, as any kill in the second round is worth a lot. Especially if they can get those M4s out and maybe not allow for XGR to save them. Let's see, they're still grouping around middle, and I don't know if this is going to work out. 3 players are still focusing there now, especially with the flash. It's going to be Sam with the kill, Knight with the kill, and Elvis last man standing. He did find one, but that's going to be it, and that was the guy with MP9.
Exactly, as both M4s and both FAMASs are saved on the side of XGR Sports, and you can see actually someone opting in for the AVP here, realizing that the first round was a bomb plant, and Skillnords are looking to force up here. They only have 3 flashes, and they're all going to be heading towards A here, and I feel like Shox has a world of trouble in front of him, along together with Zenki here on this A side. Zenki actually peeking over this
He was not spotted.
Another one, and neither found each other as he finds Raw. And I feel like that was just purely off the fact that he showed up on the radar there.
That could be the case, but Captain at least finds the kill back, and that leaves only one player, and already someone has rotated with the op. He's gonna look if he can find any players here moving in, as he was spotted, but he still gets the flick and Shox with the kill. Skillnords are not careful enough here. Then he's gonna find the kill against Shox, but this is gonna leave him with Husky alone. And 2 against 3.
Already rotated in CD stairs here with the AVP here. Doesn't manage to find any player just now, as Proudden will have found Knight, but will go down, and someone taking care of Haste in the process. And it is going to be 3-0, a solid start for them, as now Skillnords are forced to once again use only pistols in this round.
Yeah, I definitely thought the buy round would go a lot more differently, but Skillnords decided for a fast push towards the A side. I mean, even when they lose a player, so I'm really thinking that the strategic aspect is not too much in play for them.
Definitely not so far, as you can see 3 Skillord players are going to be heading towards B, as now someone will have found Raw in the middle here. Zenki following up on Elvis G, and that is only 3 terrorist players remaining, as Zila now looking to push B apartments actually here are slightly unthought through, as Captain will take him down eventually now, but Knight there to save the day, as he will take down Captain in the process. Prelden looking to deal damage here, does deal damage, but won't find the kill just yet. There's only Husky remaining in middle here on short with the bomb in hand, looking to do at least something and find one of these low HP players. That is only Knight here, as now contact comes through, and Zenki will take the kill on him. So Zila, not really sure about that play there. In that 5 versus 3 situation, why would you even try to push that position?
It feels like they're just like overconfident already. They didn't have even too much information about the A side and everything, so pushing towards B was kind of a weird choice, especially with the Molotov down, and he missed one player heading there. But I like what XGR are doing now. They're changing the pace of the game. They will have Zenki up and close here towards middle, as he gets flashed by the enemy flash, but he's still looking for kills. He can't find it. Gives away his life, and now Knight looking for the kills, but he finds only one before Skillnords take control of the game, and only 2 ops will remain.
Exactly, and that is both someone and Zila here. Zila in short, being smoked off, can't really help his teammate, and someone needs to be careful of this connector push, as the terrorists have gathered the bomb in spawn. There is one terrorist player positioned himself towards the A apartments close to the site, and you can see Elvis just checking every single corner, clearing out the way for the bomb to go through, as Husky is currently lurking in middle here, looking to see if he can find any of these players. But you can see XGR Sports have already given up the round, and so far have decided to group up and most likely save in this B bomb site here, as Skillord should be aware of the fact that A site should be clear.
Yeah, and the fact that they saved 2 ops, they will definitely manage to buy next round, full buy. There's going to be utility, there's going to be M4s coming through, so this could really, really work out. But Husky takes down one of the oppers. Zila was not ready for the player to be there.
And someone in jungle here actually managed to land a flick onto Raw here, just quickly checking to see if Husky has pushed into a connector or no. Doesn't manage to find the player just yet here, as he's actually going to be trying to go for the retake here, flashing himself for CT. Doesn't manage to find anyone just yet. That is his position given away now. He's going to be Molotoving the corner in the site, as Elvis will find a headshot on someone as well, and that is the AVP retreat for Captain. A very solid round for Skinlords coming out here. They didn't really look that shaky anymore.
No, not in those positions. And as well, in the ending of the round, I believe someone was just going for economical damage, since they know Skinlords are basically just now balancing between being broke and overtaking this game.
Exactly, and Knight could afford himself the AVP once again here, and he's going to be positioned on short, and we'll find the entry onto Elvis here, and just making sure that nobody's pushing up real fast behind to trade him in any way. Prelden looking for the kill here, but doesn't manage to find an angle just yet. Will be switching out into the AVP, and as I say it, Knight boosted up in short will find the second kill, and that is going to be a 5 versus 3 situation. Once again, let's hope that Zila doesn't decide to push in B Apartments and not throw this one, as their team desperately needs it. They have the chance to reset Skinlords right now.
Let's see if Skinlords can potentially bring this one back. 3 against 5, that's nothing to be too much scared of, and they already have taken down someone in middle. Now they have to deal with connector play, and there's one in sandwich. So if, and it looks like they will push towards the A site, it could be tough, especially now when Zila has rotated as well.
Zila has rotated, and Shox is still expecting for this connector push to come through. Knight keeping an eye on B, and Zila goes down to captain in middle, and that is instantly the situation equalized. That is 3 versus 3. You can see Ra here just waiting for his teammate, who is going to be rotating around through T-spawn, and Husky is going to be pushing into connector simultaneously as the push will come out. And this, so far, looks that the round could actually go back into favor of Skinlords, just judging off the positions of these players. But will they check for sandwich as Shox goes down in jungle, and it's all on Zenki now. He managed to find the first kill, but will go down eventually to Ra, and only Knight here remaining with the AVP already in jungle, doesn't have a kit, and just looking to clear out these corners.
He did really good before with the op. Let's see if he can work on this retake. He doesn't have any kind of flashes to use, and both players are in CT. And that is kind of difficult with the op to deal with.
Yeah, unless one of them peaks, and that should be Ra, who's actually not should be peaking. That should be a round secured for Skinlords here, as the bomb is slowly ticking away, and the Knight is forced to find these entries, and nobody is showing. He's most likely going to be falling back any second now. He's going to be saving in A Apartments, but they actually spot him and deny the save.
Well, that was a good idea to head into Palace. But I believe maybe he thought they were going to be towards ramp. But still, the bomb plant was more so that they should either be in site, Palace, or CT.
Yeah.
And he still managed to go towards Palace.
I don't understand how this round was thrown away from XGR Sports. You are 5 versus 3. You do not need to make any sort of informational plays. You can freely sit 2 people in each side, and one can be in around jungle window area just to keep an eye on short pushes. But as I say, now Preldon will find Knight here, as he will be taken down by Zila, and no weapon retrieved just yet, as Shox has managed to push through middle. I think he just heard the player in B Apartments. You can see Zenki already aware of the fact that he's being pushed in B kitchen here.
Let's see how far will Captain go. That smoke, he can try to easily take the control. He did not spot Zenki. Now he spots him and at least gets the kill. So USPS is not doing too much work. As for now, it looks like it's going to be 4-3. And if you check the money situation, it will be XGR buying this round. There won't be any ops picked up, which I'm thinking is a really good weapon for them to use, especially now on Knight when he's hitting those weird shots.
Yeah, Knight is definitely landing shots that need to be landed in these situations. It is 4 versus 3, still currently in favor of XGR Sports, but they are really being pressured now to find a round and put another one on the board to keep Skinlord's economy intact. As you can see, they have recovered pretty good off of these rounds in terms of money, and they're looking strong as each of these rounds is very close.
Let's see, this time they go a bit more defensive. That's the right way to go, since Shox is waiting towards middle, near the edge of the smoke. There are 3 players focused on that position. We can see here, now with the flashes, everything coming through, Shox should be ready for this, and as they come out, LVG takes him down. So not too much luck for the aggressor.
And Zila is going to be positioning himself closer to short here, as now Zenki in what I call the get right position in a site, a very good off angle, most of the time you find a player off angle here for free, as long as you play it correctly. As you can see, Skinlord still 3 players were lingering just a second ago around the middle, but it looks like it's going to be a B split, as the bomb will be heading towards B Apartments. Ra is going to be in short here, and Zila should have contact with Ra any second now, as the remaining terrorist players are looking to challenge Knight in B site.
So let's see if CTs can hold this one, as 2 players from short, 2 players from apps. They're going to head in. Oh, sorry, there are 3 players from the apps, I believe. Yes, 3 players. And here Zila finds first, but there's Captain with the kill back. And now it's Knight in pretty good position, but he instantly gets spotted and taken down, as now only the stand-ins remain for XGR. And there is Elvis with the op kill. And more so looks done for Zenki. Can't do too much, but there are 2 players low, so potentially taking off a weapon off Skinlord's hands, as they are slowly getting that bank. back up.
And Captain actually chooses not to go for this direct engagement in short here, realizing that no players can trade him if he goes down, and that is also Zenki realizing that he's most likely going to be pushed any second, falling instantly back towards the A apartments through Terrorist Pawn here. Will be heard by, that is, I believe, Elvis, is that, or Preledin?
Preledin waiting as he's going to push in, but still going to be Zenki with the kill, and Zenki with the second. So Skinner's losing a lot of utility and weapons there, but as you can see, their money is still in a good situation. But the game is pretty close, and just playing smart right from here could definitely pay off. As now we can see already 2 grenades coming out from XGR. So maybe an aggressive push towards middle.
I would definitely like to see that happening, as so far no real action actually coming out into middle from Skinlord's side. So even if those nades go through there, nothing's happening. Nothing's going to be heading XGR Sports' way as they use one of the nades towards B. Preledin has already found Zenki here, and that is once again a man advantage for Skinlords here, which they do choose to have this calm, collected approach in this round, and rightly so, as they understand that XGR Sports will be ecoing in this one, and they don't want to get caught off guard here, as now Shocks in sight. Can he find anyone with the USP? He will be taken down eventually, and now the rotation coming through from B side. All 3 players here. A Knight will be smoked off in jungle. Spots the player in middle here, but instantly a headshot onto him doesn't kill him initially until Preledin finishes him off with the Glock here, and only someone remaining with the P250 in CD spawn. Ideally, you would just like to play for a player here and see if you can get a rifle, but choosing to pre-aim that box position there and then strafing out means that Elvis lands free bullets onto the player, and that after with the aim punch together is an instant shutdown. So let's see, 4 to 5.
Yeah, before when now XGR Esports they need to find the answer here after a 5-round loss streak, and it's gonna be XGR with two smokes, and Husky here missing that smoke.
Missing that smoke as well as double op setup coming out from XGR Sports here is definitely not the best news for Skinlords, as they were previously caught off guard by a multitude of AVPs on the train, and looking to see if they can find anything else here, as now Zila together with Knight. With this aggressive positioning in middle here, can they find Husky, as Husky is just waiting for pushes and waiting for this to happen. The flash comes through and he doesn't find any players here, and Zila will take him down.
He was fully flashed, but that allows now Knight to get the free kill onto Elvis, but there is Preledin with the answer. And as you can see on the other side, they now have taken the control of the side, but Zila still with Yop. Shooting down Preledin. Now he has to find Captain and Rav as well. We can see Captain waiting in the side, but as he gets pushed, it's going to be only Rav remaining. He has the Molotov to use, but he's going to get 2 kills. So now 1-on-2, very doable, especially as I mentioned, that Molotov in his hands can do a lot.
Definitely. What? He finds the 3rd player now, and only Zila remaining with the AVP here. Doesn't have a lot of time. Molotov being deployed. Zila doesn't have any smokes. Nice to get the kill through the wall, and the Molotov saving the round for Skinlord so far. He has the kill. Does he have the time?
He has the time. And my God, what was that shot from Zila? Through the wall.
No way they bring this one back.
Amazing.
Raw with excellent sequence of kills there, manages to find 2 quick ones and a 3rd one on a proper angle. Yes. Playing it extremely correctly, deploying afterwards the Molotov, realizing he cannot instantly challenge the AVP, and Zila just says, you know what, I don't care, I don't have walls, I'm just going to wallbang you. Yeah. And that is instantly exactly what happened there. He brought single-handedly that round back to them. A 5 versus 5 situation now. You can see 4 of Skinlord's players are positioned toward A here, and Zenki up close. Oh, please, dude, just turn. There should be a teammate looking after apps for you, as Zenki now on the brink of elimination as soon as this smoke fades, as the flashes are coming over, and he instantly will be shut down, as now someone needs to do something here with the flash over, and with the MP9 does find the kill onto Raw, and that a crucial kill to find as he deals more damage, and Zila takes 1 more player down. A 3 versus 2 situation, bomb being planted inside A site now for connector position, as the flash comes over from Captain towards the jungle, resmoke and another flash, and is he looking to play this aggressively as Zila finds 1 more time a player not even seeing him, as now only Elvis remaining in the sandwich position here, but he will be shut down, and Zila just manhandling Skinlords right now.
Yes, in the past few rounds he's been just phenomenal, and also here 4 kills, and Skinlord just what is up?
What is up indeed, as terrorists, well, Skinlords still have money to rebuy in this situation, but it's definitely starting to look a bit bleak for them, as Zila has really just put on his beard and said, no, you will not get any more rounds.
That could be the case. Let's see if this is going to all depend on Zila here for XGR. And let's see if he can shut down quickly, as he's still trying to peek in toward that B apps to get that fast information. And this angle is really, really good for the A players, that you can just see. A player is pretty hard to take you down in that situation as well.
Exactly, and now Zila here just checking almost a single pixel of line towards into B apartments, just making sure nobody is pushed up close, and that is still a lot of information for their team to have, as Husky with a strafe smoke here towards middle. I believe that's for window, and that smoke will land perfectly there as someone will be smoked off, and that is one player less, instantly activating Zila towards B, making sure that he's definitely peeking and seeing if he can find any of these players, as now Husky will be crossing his path any second, but Zila just switching up the position, as now Shox will have found Preladon here, and a lot of action heading from the connector position. Shox once again finds a kill, but will be taken down eventually by Elvis, who will be sent out of the building once again by Knight. And that is going to be a 4 versus 2 situation in favor of XGR Sports here. Zila still holding B apartments as the bomb is making its way towards A now, and Raw doesn't expect the off angle, and that's also one of the reasons why this angle is extremely good, as now Husky will spot the player towards the firebox, and a flash coming over here, just seeing what he can do, as there's only 15 seconds here. He will find Zenki, but will decide to fall back, as now he's actually being flanked by Knight, and Knight will take him out, and that is going to be 7-5 in favor of XGR Sports, who have actually taken the lead.
This is looking now so doable for XGR to stop Skinlords here on this map. Skinlords, they are struggling, as we can see. The A play is not working out too much. It works out more for XGR. Maybe it's just because they are on C side, but they still have to see, as they need to get, I believe on Mirage, you need to have that 8-7, 9-6 kind of scoreline.
Well, I would say a minimum of 6, and that is going to be a very hard second half for you. 7 is like a 7 to 8 rounds is default, and 9 and above is better if you can, as it is going to be a set play coming out from Skinlords towards A side here. Zenki now in default position, manages to find players but doesn't get any kills here, as now he will go down. Shox has managed to take out Raw, but he will be shot down by Preladon. Now someone not in a very good situation, cannot find any players here. Flashes going left and right.
Shut down. Also, well, the CT player was easily killed off, and as you can see, the smoke play does not work out for XGR. They're trying to peek in. Shox got 1 kill, but instantly gets shut down. And I see finally, at least this positioning from Skinlords is a lot better than they're in the pistol round. They have the player in Pallet, they have the player in Ramp, Preladon's taking down Knight, and now Elvis pushing out. He's going to see someone. Can he get the kill? He's going to find the kill. It's going to be 7-6. As for now, XGR Esports, they're going to go on eco. So this is definitely Skinlords looking to get those 7 or potentially 8 rounds in this half.
Exactly, and well, still, even if they get the 7 to 8 rounds on their T side, once again the sides will be swapped, and if XGR Sports manage to get that good start off on the second half, it's still very doable for them, as long as they can keep their economy up here. Zila still with the AVP can be a very good force to be reckoned with, as we've seen before in this round, and now terrorists have been deploying a good amount of nades.
The player in short, he does not expect him, and Knight takes him down. But at least the A side is cleared out for Skinlords, so they can take it. It's going to be 3-on-2 now, as Captain goes down, and only Rav with Husky will remain.
And there is still that dreadful AVP on Zila here, as Knight will have found an AK as well, and all 3 CT players are on rifles right now, as Husky and Raw need to hold this one and desperately need to find 1 kill here, as Husky will take him down and Raw will take down Zila here. Zenki left in a 1 versus 1 situation with Raw here. Raw understanding he's pushing from the side, and Zenki will actually get the round.
Still
goes for the defuse, as obviously he didn't have the kit here and is going to try to save the AVP from Zila afterwards.
This was so close, and Zenki with the player, I was completely not expecting it, not at all, for him to be in that position. You saw how late he reacted to that.
And Zenki actually managed to retrieve the AVP in this round as well, as it is going to be 8-6 here. Shox decides to opt in for the auto shotgun play, and curious to see if he's going to be pushing A apartments with it or going to be standing close into A ramp, as that is definitely those two positions where he can utilize this weapon quite a lot. And now someone with one of the AVPs will be peeking towards middle here, sees Emmanuel cross smoke being put down, and he's just going to be paying close attention here. It's actually Zila.
He misses the timing.
Zila peeking into apartments here. I think he just saw one player cross, so he has given himself a flash forward and just.
But this is just so crazy from him. If he knows that one player has passed.
He's eager to see if he can find his kills here, and he will go down instantly as Captain and Prelden also will find entries, and that is only going to be Zenki and Shox remaining here. Shox with the auto shotgun didn't find anyone towards A side. He manages to retrieve one of the AVPs along the way, as Zenki now being looked for, as he will be crossing into B side here. Husky manages to find both of them. So great awareness indeed coming out from both players. Husky will have the upper hand in that situation. That is going to be 8-7 in favor of XGR Sports, as we will be swapping sides here, and I'm very curious to see, will XGR Sports once again, they should realize that previously aggression worked out in their favor, and I feel like this is exactly how they should start this half, being up front in their face and not give any breathing room for Skinlords, as now actually 4 of them will be heading towards B here, and all 5 XGR Sports players are going for a B rush here, and Prelden will be greeting them as he sees the first contact already, instantly falls back, as now Husky will be taken down, but he managed to take one player with him. Now Elvis here alongside will go down to Shox. It is going to be a 2 versus 3 situation. It's
2-on-2. Very quickly everything changes, as now someone, he runs out of bullets. He might get taken down here as he's left with 10 HP. And Rav still trying to battle it out, but it's going to be Captain with the kill, as Rav knows where the other player is. Shox, and now he gets the headshot.
Oh, it looked so bleak for Captain there in 1 second, as he didn't manage to get the kill initially, and then he himself ran out of bullets. So it was a bit of an awkward engagement they were having there, as unfortunately Shox couldn't manage to find the kill onto Raw quick enough in order for him to be a huge impact in this round. And that is going to be the first round heading over Skinlord's way, as the bomb will be dropped down towards A ramp, and 2 of the players will be heading into middle, 2 towards A, and 1 in underpass, I believe.
And you can see what already has Zila gotten as a terrorist in the ninja spot. And no one will expect him to be there.
He should call for his team to just chill right now and to see if he can find a free player. But actually, Raw checks the...
Why?
What do you mean?
Why would you check that? As we can see, it looks like it's going to be Skinlords now just cleaning up. The next player pushing middle, Salmon, he gets 1 kill. But now it's going to be for him to find more. He can't do it. Husky and Prelden both get the kill. Knight now pushing in. He could have just went for the bomb plant, but there was still player in the CT, so
I'm
it would not be
curious.
possible.
Unfortunately, we didn't see from any other player's perspective of how exactly he managed to get into that position. Perhaps someone spotted him from headshot there, as in from stairs near the connector.
Maybe.
Because
that could be the case. So maybe from CT grabbing a pixel that he just stood up. That could also be the case, but it was really weird for them to peek it like that. I thought Zila was there undetected.
Yeah, it felt like it, and that could have been a huge opportunity for them. But speaking of opportunities, they're looking to find one, as they have, XGR Sports have posted 3 players towards middle here with the delay, will be pushing out and not finding Prelden here in window, as he will be tagged up a bit. But Prelden, eager to return the favor, will go down eventually, and that is going to be a 4 versus 4 situation here, as Captain in connector is falling back because of the smoke. Raw will find Shox here towards A, who has managed to find the wrong timing when to drop down into a side here, and now Captain on the brink of greeting one of the XGR esports players here in connector, as long as Zenki decides to push.
Do they spot Husky here, as Husky spots them, and he can find the first kill, but that kind of slows XGR esports now down. The bomb is in connector, the players are in middle, but they're looking at first for the kills. They don't want to move inside and just get slaughtered.
And Zenki here pushing recklessly with the bomb inside, trying to put a desperate bomb plan down here, moving around to move the hitbox as much as he can, but he will go down, and Zila will be taken out of the game by Captain towards the end of that round there. So 10-8, first buy round coming in for XGR Sports, and looking to see if they will continue with this aggression. So far, they don't seem to be too shy, and I feel like they're willing to take these engagements. They're just unfortunately not going their way till the very end because of not having these rifles now. But Husky with the AVP is going to be heading towards connector here, as also
he missed the first opening shot. There was a guy towards short, but he still managed to find Zila, and now Elvis can play from this position as he finds Knight, and the mid push almost has been shut down. It's going to be 4-on-3, but now it's going to be 4-on-2 as Husky did kill off Shox, but Preldon went down in the process as well.
And someone actually found 2 players there, so that is only 3 CTs remaining here, as now Zenki and someone both in middle here. Zenki under window and someone at the top of mid. Still has a fair amount of utility, but the timing can work. Sorry, that I felt like Husky was in window there. It was actually in kitchen. Radar playing tricks on me. Got excited. There is now someone with 4 HP and with the bomb in hand is somehow going to try to sneak into short, but Captain here with...
Did not?
He actually spot it? I don't think he can see there.
I think he spotted the legs. He should have seen the legs there. As now Saman's going to take him down, and only Husky remains now in this site as Rob is going to rotate now. The rotation could be late. The flash will come through. Husky fully flashed, gives away his position. But now they can play 2-on-2. And as you can see, Samwan with only 4 HP, but he gets the lineup and the ace. What? Okay. I'm done. Are you?
I would take a timeout from... can I take a timeout?
Right. We technically can.
He had 4 HP. He managed to find the timing on Captain to go through short, and then afterwards to get the remaining 2 players lined up.
Yes.
For all of things. And now Knight finding Captain initially here.
Oh, no
and that
way.
is a tilter if I've seen one.
I feel like this is just XGR finding their calling. You can see instantly, when they win the round, you can see the confidence is instantly there, and they just do everything according to plan, and everything just works out. Let's see if this B push will work out. As Elvis gets taken down, only Preldon will remain here with the deal. He could potentially get some kills here, but has to be careful with this positioning that he has now chosen, as he can get the kill, and that's going to be the bomb plant.
And Husky and Ra both here are in a very far positioning. Before, as the short push was just commencing, Preldon actually, in the worst of timings, was falling back to kitchen. So he had the potential of greeting them up close and personal. Yeah. And unfortunately, that opportunity went by, as now afterwards he got eventually caught out by trying to get back into B bomb side here. And now Shox looking to find these players here with the UMP. Doesn't manage to find any kills just yet. Husky will take him down, and that should be information about both CT players being there, meaning that the remaining terrorist players can save in a safe fashion. Yeah,
since you see that the money for XGR is not there yet. They have only won 2 rounds in a row for now. But that puts them at 10-10.
And Husky actively seeking to see if he can drop any weapons, but was eventually taken down by Zenki there, and that was also the UMP lost. But no, well, I mean, they could have used this UMP, as obviously they're not going to have the greatest amount of nades. Everyone decides to buy up for an to purchase M4s here, and Knight with the AVP is going to be heading towards middle here, just making sure no pushes are happening, but that is exactly the case, as now 3 of the CT players are pushing up, and Elvis already finding kills alongside with Captain and Husky. And Knight here doing some work, returning the favor here, as now that is going to be Elvis sort of almost stuck here in upper mid. Not too sure. I feel like Knight knows that there's someone still around here, as he will give up on the idea of hunting for that player, and is going to decide to regroup with his player. And look at Shox's positioning. He's cleared out so many angles right now.
And he's continuing on doing that, but let's see if Rav can say anything about this. Since now, if Knight goes for plant now, Shox won't be there to help. So this could potentially be the round for Skillords quite easily.
Knight is still expecting a player in CT, as Shox will have found a rotating player, and that's going to be Preldon now. And Shocks finds and spots the player that is raw, but Knight will take him down. Only Elvis remaining here as the round is looking very bleak once again for Skinlord so far. Elvis does have a decent amount of utility here, doesn't really have a kit. A flash comes out just to check default positions here. Knight will be caught off guard here as now Shocks retreating back into a connector here. He has an angle on the bomb.
And right as he peeks out the Elvis, he's gonna get it. But does he have the time for the defuse? I have not seen the timer, so let's see if he can have it. I believe there's time. I believe there's time.
But it is going to be enough time for the defuse to come in, and Elvis with an extremely important clutch coming his way. He had to act fast, and you can see that I believe that was Shocks remaining in the connector there. He played it out as best as he could by delaying with the Molotov, and unfortunately couldn't land one more bullet onto Elvis, and Elvis just brings it back. And now a timeout for Skinlords taken. That is going to be a tactical one, so obviously they want to discuss what's going on.
Because when I saw Rav moving into the site, and when he knew, and I think he heard the bomb planter being at a far out angle. So when he moved in, he was just checking the connector player. I thought like, okay, he moves in, he gets taken down from the player that he was probably expecting. And I thought, okay, they are really tilted. They're not even trying at that point. But Elvis proves us wrong, and after this time, I thought Skinlord should be on point.
Yeah, I feel like proper shouts should be given to each other within that timeout, just to be like, wake up, come on, we got this. And that is exactly what they should be doing, as now Captain with the AVP here is going to be heading towards B apartments and making sure he's going to be holding that position, as now Zila already with the AVP trying to find someone from A slope into headshot position there, but he will be smoked off eventually.
Might just spoil Preloden, but there is Elvis to trade things out as he was boosted towards that short position. And we can see Skinlords moving around map freely, not feeling too much pressure as they know that players are in middle and they now are deep in the B side. So let's see if the push will commence anytime soon. As the smoke did land, Captain even finding Zenki in the apartments. And is now looking really grim for XGR since they won't have the buy round next round.
And someone will be boosted up here. We'll see the nade coming out from Elvis. Will take him down, and that is going to be instantly triggered. A trigger for Preloden to understand that one player can be definitely above him there, as now Zila looking to close down behind, making sure nobody's flanking them, as Shocks will be retrieving back with the bomb together with the AVP. Going to be looking to do some damage here. Most likely going to be heading towards A, actually. Interesting to see that, as someone's positioning should allow for an easier B push, but now someone, can he find Preloden here?
Or can Preloden find him, as he's still waiting for the player to come through that ladder room? He's gonna leave the guy B, and only Husky remains in the A side, so this could potentially be...
And look at someone's positioning. He's managed to sneak through connector here, and can actually find him in jungle here, or at least hold off jungle for as long as
kill off
required.
Preloden.
As Husky now will find Zila, and his position still remains unchecked, as Shock's definitely aware of him right now. Someone will find Preloden, but goes down.
And Husky, yes, that position worked out perfectly. And I'm pretty excited to see that someone actually got a kill with 10 HP there in the player in connector.
Yeah, that was a risky play to take, but still in that situation he needed to make a play, so that was justified definitely to go for it. As now XGR Sports will be on eco, and most likely this is going to be the last truly eco round coming out in this half here, unless they somehow manage to retrieve it. But really, this should be a field day for Raw here on A side, as the first flash and the first player will trigger a Molotov to be deployed here, and he's just looking to damage these players as much as he can, prevent any sort of bomb going down.
As he's going to get one Husky as well with the club. You can see the Molotov burns down, while at least one of the players, only Shocks, remains with 2 HP. See, very quickly these pistols can't do too much, and Preloden with the last kill, and 13 rounds for Skinlords as they're looking to close this game out sooner rather than later. And now the buy round will come through. Will Knight go for the op? He won't. It'll be all a case. And let's see if they decide to go for any kind of set plays here, XGR, or one more time just a slow game, which in my head it just does not work out at Skinlords in this stage.
Definitely not, as XGR Sports should really just stepping it up twice the pace and try to do things twice the faster, because obviously by shutting them down early in the round, it looks like the rounds do favor XGR Sports, but if the rounds are being stretched out, eventually Skinlords are to bring it back thanks to amazing plays and clutches as we've seen so far here, as they're looking to take mid control, and Zila will actually find Preldon here towards short, as now peeking into connector, does see the player on the right hand side there, doesn't manage to really do a lot of damage onto him, as now Zila is pushing further through short, and Elvis here using every bit of utility he has so he can prevent this B apartment push to come through, as he will go down eventually to Zila, and that is a 4 versus 3 situation. Zila extremely low on 4 HP
and
here. Captain finds the kill on someone.
What a flick on the player jumping above the car. It's going to be 3-on-3. 2 players are low on HGR's side, and now here's Zila in perfect position to shut down the player, but I believe his position was just confirmed. And now let's see what can Rav do here, as they kind of feels like rely on him at this stage.
Yeah, definitely Raw needs to do some work here, as Husky will find already one player, and that is Zenki taking down Raw. And Zenki taking down Captain here, only Husky remaining, and both players are extremely low. Flash coming out, and he will take down Zenki. Husky not really fully aware of where the player might be, and actually dinks him through the wall, takes out the USB, and will take down Shocks.
Oh, but
the
that time. And he won't survive. There's no way you can survive here. Yes, 11-13. It was so close. If he would have enough bullets in the M4 there, it could have been a spray down through the wall there, because he tagged Shocks so badly.
And we can see once again these extremely close series coming in here on the last week. Once again, it means a lot for both of these teams to win these matches, as now Preldon with the AVP is going to be heading towards B side, and let's see if he can take advantage of the op by being in short.
As he's going to play from the short, he can potentially get Zila here for free, as he's going to find that kill. Very luckily for him that Zila decided to peek in that way. On the other side, we can see as well Shock still trying to find further openings, and I think now when HGR slow things down, it could cost them dearly. But this Skinlord's eco round, as they're playing this one smart.
No, they should just realize that the op was on B here, so a relatively quick push towards A side by altogether should, in theory, favor them. But they not seem to be quite sure. I don't think they're really convinced that Skinlords are on eco on this round.
It looks for now that's the case, since especially they know that Preldon has the op, so
yeah, they haven't really seen any other players, and having Skinlords won 3 rounds in a row, and one of them being a diffused round as well. No, they don't. They actually don't get any bonus by diffusing it, I think. So regardless, 3 rounds won in a row by CTs, they are unsure, as now Captain will shoot a few bullets with the P250, and that should really signalize for XGR Sports to just go as a unit, and it should be all fine. But Husky here is boosted up in B site.
And the rotation as well coming in from Preldon as well as Captain. So this could be a disaster. Let's see if they will... Okay, they don't peek him right away, and that's going to be Husky with the free kill. As he peeks out for more, but at least Salmon gets the kill back in Knight as well, finding Captain.
And that is the bomb dropped by Preldon. He found someone there as he wide peeked.
No way,
Shocks
these
now
pistols.
remaining, as Shocks will find Raw in this situation, and looking to find Elvis here as well. And the time is being just ticking down, and Elvis essentially just toying with Shocks in that situation. 14-11. Skinlords managed to steal a round off
I think they won the
XGR
game
Sports.
in that round, just because they were basically on eco round, forced just some pistols brought out, and you can just see, and I believe there's a good banter in the chat.
Yeah, they're just exchanging random sentences in Latvian currently between Zila and Captain.
Okay.
So not entirely sure when did that start, but happy to see that banter is still in play here. As you can see, XGR Sports have gathered now 4 people in B apartments.
Oh, the
here
grenade will do a lot of damage.
Molotov.
And Preldon gets 1 kill. Let's see if Elvis can gather some kills here. So he can find 1. He's looking for the second. That's the players are pushing through. He's going to go down there in the end. Let's see if Knight can do anything about it. He's going to find 1 more headshot. Already 2 kills, but Preldon with the kill back. And that's going to be the match point for Skinlords. And XGR, they're not looking too good. It's going to be 0-2 for them.
So far, definitely looking like it, as the money is just simply not there for them to buy really into this round. Once again, it's going to be 3 CZs and 2 Deagles on their side. And what an interesting match, actually. I was definitely not expecting to see so close rounds. And the plays, I mean, there's so many movie-making potential in this match.
Oh, yeah, you can make a movie out from this match only. But I have to say, throughout all the season, all the players have grown. All the players. You can see the potential there in the new players and everything else. And let's see if we can see potential in this push from XGR. They're moving in, but Husky with 1 kill, looking for next. But he is fully fired, but he's still going to manage to find the kill. But there's still Rav waiting around the firebox, and he's still looking for the players to peek out. Going to see the player inside, but Shocks with the kill. But luckily for Skinlords, they do have double agent who's now coming in from the T-spawn, taking down Knight. The bomb will still be planted, but as you can see, Zila and Shocks, how long can they hold off Skinlords? As here Preldon looking just for that headshot, he can't find it. Zila pushes out. He's going to go down to Elvis, and only Shocks remaining with that Deagle. Can he find the shots? As you can see the players moving in. Some wonders has happened here, and as he's not hitting the shots, he's going to get Elvis. Okay, that's one that's going to be captain as well.
And only Preldon left on 10 HP here. Preldon forced to fake the fuse and jump onto the default box. The Shocks are going to be going for the knife, and Preldon...
Oh, wait. Nice play from Preldon. I believe he was waiting for the default shots from the Deagle.
Exactly.
For the rushing with the knife, but he plays it out perfectly.
Wow.
And what a showing by Skinlords there in the end, showing that they can 2-0, just what they needed in the last week. But they also need a few other games to go different ways for them to manage.
They need a few other games to go their way, but so far they have at least definitely completed the task that was put up to them. I mean, we did see a very solid first map on Train here, and now on Mirage in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
We did see them being slightly shaky, but they managed to bring it back into the actual match there and eventually closing it out there. So as I said, happy to see that there's still good banter going on in all chat there in between players. So we know it's all in good spirits here, and no real offense has been taken in any way or shape or form.
Let's check out schedule, what we saw today, what we're going to see tomorrow and after that. So we did see Not Like This going up against Malco, went 1-1. One game went overtime, so Malco got only 4 points, and they needed 6. So I believe that is a big disappointment for them.
Exactly. No more games for them this week, and I don't think even under specific circumstances they can make it back into the top 4. Unless Vortex managed to swap things around in the standings there. But we'll look at that in a second, I believe.
And then we saw Skinlords against XGR just now. We saw that Skinlords, they still have it. And XGR as well, putting up a good fight. Zila with those crazy op shots, Shocks with the plays. There was just so much potential.
You know, I'm going to say it as I see it. I feel like these two stand-ins played better than their baseline players.
Okay.
At least definitely in this match.
Yeah, in Mirage you can definitely say.
Mirage for sure. Train, Train was, I feel like, a warm-up game, as it has been always for XGR Sports in terms of the first map. But yeah, it is what it is. Skinlords eventually did win it out, and as was expected of them. And then what we have tomorrow here, we're going to see Sply versus WAZ Sports once again. Sply fighting for pride and staying in the actual tournament.
Basically staying in the tournament.
As for WAZ Sports, they're not really fighting for anything unless...
Well, the best they can do is to win this one 2-0, as I believe Refuse will win their game 2-0 as well. Because if they win it, that they will have to play against the 4th position. In the Big Four, so they want to have that first position and not give it to Refuse.
Yeah, so once again, most likely we're going to see a serious game coming up from WAZ Sports tomorrow. I'm not really expecting for them to fool around as they did a bit last week. And then afterwards we have Team Refuse on April 26th versus Aesthetic. And that's...
we can also know as well what could happen. And let's see if Aesthetic will play, because last time they played with 4 stand-ins. They have to have that full roster now to play.
Yeah, I really hope to see them showing up and showing a good match against Team Refuse. They can still test their might against them, as they are considered one of the favorites of this tournament currently.
Yeah.
And I feel like it will give you a good understanding as where you stand in terms of how strong is your team and what opponents you can and cannot take on. And after that match, we're going to have Žalgiris versus Vortex here, which still can slightly turn these standings a bit around.
Definitely can, because if Vortex win it, they could definitely throw out a few Latvian teams out from that top 4. So let's check out the standings, what we have after today. We can see Skinlords with 33 points in the 3rd place and Malco with 31. So those 2 additional points were definitely needed for this one. As we can see, if Vortex win it 2-0, then Okay, it could be potentially.
If Vortex win it 2-0, they will push out Malco, of course, for sure, and then they will take. Actually, I think Skinlord's place if they manage to win it in base time, and it will push down Skinlords to the 4th position, meaning that, well, so far it looks like Skinlords are going to be heading towards the LAN tournament.
Yeah, I'm feeling that we can already see the 4 teams there. If Žalgiris don't come up with something nuts, then which I believe they can.
They definitely still have the potential for it. They've had a shaky tournament so far in terms of denying points for Vortex, and then accordingly we're going to see a bit of a different top 4 lineup in the LAN finals. So still a lot of pressure on a lot of these teams, and still a lot of things can change in this week alone.
Definitely can, but for now I want to remind you about the Hypertown.pro website, which you know and love, and go out and check out daily to see any kind of new updates about the event. But one else thing, we have the giveaway and we have the winner already. Ooh. Do you know who won? It is Martis Puce, and that is going to go to the Hypertown Riga Festival. So we're going to contact you shortly. If you can, then answer to us in the YouTube, as our producer will write to you. If something else, we're going to contact you. We'll try to contact you any other way. But congratulations to you one more time, Martis Puce. You're going to go to Hypertown Riga Festival on 26th and 27th of May. And that is after a month. And the one thing else, that we're going to have only 2 more CSGO days. Exactly. The next day is 2 best of ones, and then a full day on Thursday. So be sure not to miss any action. Is there anything else you want to say, V?
I would like to say that keep your composure. I mean, for any of the players from other teams watching, props to you if you already have finished your matches. Good luck to the ones that our matches are still remaining, and obviously a solid amount of nerves for you as the pressure is on.
Yeah, and definitely the pressure is on for us as well, because the games are so close, they're so interesting. But for now, we're going to say goodbye, and let's see you tomorrow.
You spray. You're stuck. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.